How about Coach Askin? And today, guys, I'm going to do another anime review. And the review is to Fate Apophica episode 8, guys. Episode 8 of Fate Apophica. So let's get into it. So, guys, in this episode, the first major war battlefield has finally started between the Red Faction and the Black Faction. And oh my fucking god, the battle was fucking awesome. Like, and this is the big shocker we got in this arc. Like, there's a lot of very interesting situations that got happened in this episode. For example, with the situation with Achilles, we found out that Karen, I'm trying to remember, like, Achilles and Karen, like, I don't know about Karen that much. I knew about Achilles, and I completely forgot he actually had a centaur in his story. And yes, Karen, Ultra Black, was the centaur that taught Achilles when he was young. So when Achilles, after charging through it, pretty much destroying the army that the faction of Black, the Yamagiri set, or in other words, Vlad the Blad sent out to attack, to interfere with, of course, to give them an advantage, in battle. When Ryder, Achilles wiped out the entire army, Archer, Karen pretty much starts shooting. He follows where the arrows are, and he realized it's Karen, who also, as Karen is the one who taught him, obviously he also knows Achilles' weaknesses. And of course he knows his major weakness is that if he hits his heel, then he's, well, in deep shit. Achilles is deep shit. But not just that, he also has a second weakness, emotional weakness, that he would not harm a person he sees as a friend. He will harm someone he sees as an enemy, but if he sees someone as a friend, he would, like, try not to hurt them, and that's unfortunately one of Achilles' weaknesses. And when he realized that Ultra Black is Karen, we just see them after Karen knocks him back. We see him just standing there in shock, pretty much. And then we got Karen looking down and telling him, "That is your weakness, Achilles. You won't try to hurt your friends," pretty much. And don't forget, this is a war. This is a war. Unfortunately, when it comes to a war, no matter if you're friend or foe, you have to, well, unfortunately, kill. The point of the rules of war is, unfortunately, death is always guaranteed. You're always going to guarantee death in war. And the biggest problem, anyone could die. And anyone can technically become your enemy, including your own friends, your own loved ones, could become your enemy if they're part of this war. If they're part of this war, and they're of opposite sides, you're on a different side, no matter if you see them as a friend, if you don't have the guts to actually try and kill them in a war state, if you try to kill them, like, when it's not involving a war, then you're a fucking scumbag. But if it involves a war, then you have to take into account that you should not, because there's a possibility your friend himself might have that guts to, unfortunately, try to kill you, because, well, it's the war. It's a war. And of course, that's unfortunately what one of Achilles' weaknesses is, that he doesn't, he would try not to hurt his own people he sees as a friend. So of course, unfortunately, he's a bit stuttering about trying to kill Karen. The next thing that got shown was Sig. He reaches the battlefield. Sig reaches the battlefield, and surprisingly, there was actually one survivor. That after Achilles attacked the entire arm, a whole bunch of the homunculi and golems that were part of the Yamagami army, and surprisingly, she survived, and pretty much Sig tells her why he's here, and he offers her, I want you to help me out to free the rest of them. And she accepts it, surprisingly. Like, I was expecting maybe be a bit more acceptable, like, at least dense, at least super dense. Like, don't forget, homunculi follow orders quite easily. They don't take a full into account of human emotions. But this one, like Sig, looks like she does have some form of emotions in her to make her own decisions. So she does have, of course, not as much as Sig does. Sig has more human emotions than this homunculus does, but she does have enough so it looks like she can make her own full decisions and then see what she want to do. Now we also found out with I'm trying to get his name. Berserker Red. What was Berserker Red's name? It was God damn it, his name. Damn it. What was his name again? Which hero was he? God, I need to get his name again. His name was Spartacus. Yeah, Spartacus. Spartacus became Berserker. Somehow he now became the caster of Black. Somehow made him his servant. He pretty much made so he transferred the pact from the master, from his old master, which it's now been officially confirmed that Shiro Kotomine is the master of all these servants. Which, like, wait, it looks like it is. Possibly I still could be wrong, but it looks like he is the master of every single servant of Red, except for Saber. But which is surprising. But legitimately, Assassin seems to be his main servant, legitimately, from how it works. But also, he actually wants to be part of the fight, and it looks like Caster, in other words, William Shakespeare put a spell on his katana, that is as powerful as a Noble Phantasm, so you can fight Noble Phantasms, which is surprising, which is actually a quite good ability. We also got a bit of backstory on Vlad the Third, or Vlad the Bad, and we see his Noble Phantasm. His Noble Phantasm, I don't remember its name, but it's pretty much a lance field, a field full of piercing lances. Pretty much lances that come up from the ground and pierce right through its opponent. So pretty much it's a Noble Phantasm that creates multiple spears in the ground and pierces him to wipe out like an entire army. It can wipe out an entire army like that, which is surprising. And he ends up now fighting I think the name of this Lancer of Red, I can't fully remember his name. The one who fought Siegfried Siegfried during their battle, but not Siegfried, Spartacus. But no, Spartacus. Oh man, I'm going to get Siegfried, but pretty much the one who faced Siegfried Saber Black. He was fighting Vlad the Bad then. In this episode, and that looked good. Like, a lot of different things were like getting shown in this episode, which is surprising. And yes, it has now been confirmed that we can have servants summoned from the same. Like, we know that, if you guys remember correct, Fate Stay Night, they did the same thing with Caster and Hercules, because Caster and Berserker, in other words, Medea and Hercules, they actually knew each other as well. They actually knew each other back in life as well. But their legends weren't known together. But even though they know each other, and it seems like Hercules has fought Medea at some point, they don't, or has at some point. I remember correct. They don't go full depth into their like relationship or how they know each other fully, if I remember correct from the Hercules story. Because I have not really heard much the legend of Medea, but like I said, Hercules I have heard and seen a lot about. But I don't know about the side story of with Medea and him and Hercules. But Fate Stay Night, the original Fate Stay Night, was definitely proof that servants, not just from the same time, but from they actually knew each other, can be summoned into the same Holy Grail War. But yet again, their legends are not fully connected, because like I said, they're not like the main part of their legend. But with these two, Hercules and Charon, they're both part of each other's. It's literally said in their legends that they knew each other, and and don't forget, like I said, Achilles got trained for many years, but by getting trained by Charon. So obviously they have a strong relationship, like student and pupil relationship, which is obviously makes logical sense. And you don't really get a chance to see that. You don't really get, and from what I've actually seen from the Fate anime, you don't really actually ever see any servants who knew each other from the past fight each other off before. Like, I think this is the first. This is the first that you see two servants from the same time period and the same heroic hero story come into and fight each other to death, which I can't wait to see. Like, that'll be interesting to see who would win. Will it be Achilles? Will it be Charon? Or will it end up becoming a tie that both of them survive or both of them die? Like, I want to see what the outcome will be. Because after all, as they knew each other, they both know their weaknesses. They each other know their weaknesses. And I can't wait to see how their battle will turn out. So that'll be interesting to see. Now, and I think that's most what I got to say about the episode in general. Oh yeah, Astrophill. From what I can see from her Noble Phantasm taken, because we now found out that the way he revealed his Noble Phantasm, even though it doesn't say its true name, we now know that it seems like his Noble Phantasm is his hippogriff. Or, I think it's, by the way, I believe the creature that he's riding is a hippogriff. Because I saw more horse-like aspects than lion aspects on it. It looked more like a hippogriff. More of a hippogriff. That's what I'm just saying, guys. The behind looks more horse-like than lion-like. So I think the creature that Astrophill is riding is a hippogriff. But we now know also the name of the Noble Phantasm that we now know that, well, we don't know the name, but we know now what is Astrophill's Noble Phantasm, and it seems to be connected to his hippogriff. So that is something to know about as well. And it looks like it can, he does say that his Noble Phantasm seems like it can take down the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. It seems like it can take that thing down. Assassin's Noble Phantasm. But he doesn't want to use it because he has to, after using it, he will lose a lot of magic and he has to gain magic from his master, which of course, the master itself, his master herself won't be giving him any magic from herself. She'll be using the homunculus to give him magic, which he doesn't want that to be done. He doesn't see any of the homunculus getting used for his own, well, he doesn't want to use them for magical source, because after all, he did save Sig for that specific reason, that he didn't want him to be put into this situation. So again, just give, like, freaking Astrophill giving me more respect for him. Like, freaking more respect for him, man. Like, Astrophill, fucking respect, man. And yeah, and we don't, like I said, most of the masters, we don't see much integration with the masters. Like, we got, like, we definitely see, it definitely looks like between Frankenstein's monster and her master, Berserker Black, pretty much. It looks like Berserker Black's master, Frankenstein's master, seems to have started to have feelings, like possibly romantic feelings for Frankenstein's monster. Like, they call her Frankenstein, but don't forget, Frankenstein is the fucking scientist. Not the monster, it's the scientist. Frankenstein's monster is technically the name of the servant, but they call her Frankenstein, which, destroy it, and okay, if you don't want to call her Frankenstein's monster, just call her Frankenstein, okay, I said, it can get away with, because a lot of people do mistake, Frankenstein for the Frankenstein's monster more than just Frankenstein, the actual scientist. Now, during, actually, Frankenstein monster's, scene, after she destroyed some of the, bone golems that, assassins sent out, technically, because those are assassins, Assassin's Red's, servants, little golems, like, bone servants. I'll just destroy a lot of them to get ahead. She runs actually into Shiro Kutamine, and he offers her that, do you want to fight on our side? He offers her that, and the episode ends with that, which is like cliffhanger. Like, I definitely don't see her joining Assassin's Red unless Shiro Kutamine somehow persuades her master, because don't forget, between her and her master, they have a strong relation. They seem to have a strong bond, and I don't think she'd be willingly to betray the side that her master is fighting for. So I definitely know the only way she would, like, the two ways that she will ever fight for the Red faction is that somehow, Shiro Kutamine able to convince her master to join the Red faction, or that he somehow manipulates, like, mind controls, or forcibly controls Frankenstein's monster to join his side and break the contract between her and her master. That could be the case. Now, with Jeanne d'Arc, once she comes to the battlefield, she gets there, and she gets put into a situation where she's surrounded by the bone golems of Assassin, which is surprising. Like, looks like these bone golems, because I don't think Assassin would set them out to attack this ruler. I definitely believe she won't do that, because she definitely knows ruler is an important servant in the game, and even Shiro Kutamine knows that. So they can't really kill her unless they want to. It might be part of their plan, but I don't think they got set out to also kill ruler unless they actually are there random, like, they're pretty much berserkers. They're like berserker golems. That means they're just gonna kill anyone that's in their way, which could be the case with Ruler's case. So Ruler, we see her surrounded, and she's gonna start a fight, just fighting these skeleton golems, which would be interesting to see when we get a chance to see that fight. Next, I think the other thing I got to say, I'm trying to remember, there was definitely one more thing. That was like, I'm trying to remember. Like I said, with Spartacus, it seems like Castor can, like, communicate via mind reading, like, by telepathy. He can communicate with Spartacus by telepathy, because it seems like Spartacus' actual mind is not berserked, like, it's not enraged, but his body is for some reason, but his communicative is actually pretty, like, most berserkers, they go, like, crazy mad. They're in rage and anger, or, like, sanity, in rage of sanity, that's what they're in right now. But the actual conscious is still there. So that means, I take it, once they get there might servants that are summoned the berserker, unless they're like I said, Frankenstein, who technically, because of their existence, they were classified as a berserker either way, even though the actual tactics is not like a berserker. Even though it's not full berserker, or their mind's not like berserker, they will fortunately go like berserk, like how Spartacus is. But his conscious is still there, and he was able to communicate with Castor of Black, and I think that's how Castor Black was able to convince Spartacus to fight for their side. So that's something that's interesting to realize about. But yeah, and I think that's all we got to say now. Animation quality. Animation quality looked fucking good. Holy fuck. They put a lot in, this is A1 Pictures. We know they have good animation. But we're talking about Fate here, and we know Unlimited Blade were, like, Ufotable does the best one, and they still, from where the animation looked fantastic, I gotta say that, but still nowhere near Ufotable, but definitely for A1 Pictures, definitely one of the most high quality fight episodes I have seen from them, and fucking, like, one scene I got to see the animation looked fucking good. It was definitely with Achilles when he was riding his chariot, like, the green, like, smoke, like, magical like, steam that was coming out from his chariot, like, holy shit, that looked fucking badass. Like, and the way he wipes out that portion of the army, like, of Black Faction's army, that was like, whoa, that looked fucking awesome, and it got me fucking hyped for seeing the rest of these battles. And yeah, now, oh yeah, Mordred, I got to mention Mordred, like, Mordred, and her master, they both got to the battle late, and just, we see them having, like, their banter, like, having a little band between each other. It was, like, quite funny, especially where he's, Mordred's master saying, do you really have the rider skill? And Mordred said, of course I have. I mastered any horse. There's no horse that I can master. And she answered with that cliche answer, but like, there is no horse that she can't master. A fucking car is not a fucking horse, but still, she does show why she has the rider skill, because it's a fucking war and she doesn't want to be late, and surprising she does, for rushing by the way and speeding, she does quite well while driving, while speeding, which is surprisingly good. So she definitely shows her rider skill. And don't forget, she is the son of Arthur, so it means obviously she's gonna technically daughter of Arthur. So don't forget and his daughter of Taria. So we definitely know that she will have pretty much most of the same abilities as most or similar abilities to her father, technically, because they got through sperm. So she got created via sperm. So technically, Taria is father, even though she's female. Like, it's confusing. Like, we know that Merlin got turned to a female. We definitely know that, but yeah, I'm not going to too much information about that. But the information we got from that, Mordred looks like she does have, of course, inherited some abilities from her mother/father of Altaria. So definitely shows that there's similarities. And yeah, and overall, that's all I've got to say. And guys, that's my anime review to Fate of Profika episode 8, guys. Guys, like it, chat fans, Dave, guys, and from down below. And yeah, hope guys like it, come on, subscribe, and see you guys there. Bye, guys.